I want to show you the placement of the back slats within the chair here. I'm looking down on the plan view of the chair. We need to do a few things before I show you that. So I need to just zoom into the back here and offset these lines. I think the first one's 19, enter. So you're 19, right click, enter, right click again, repeat offset, 10, enter, repeat, and repeat offset, 19, enter, and I think the last one is 9. You'll have to correct me if I've got that wrong, and then press enter. Now as you can see, these lines don't line right up with the back legs here, so we need to extend those. So we click extend, left click on the two lines here where we're going to go to. You can either left click these individually. I'll do my crossing box, and you can see they go straight over like that. That's it, enter. We need to now to put our slats into, I'll just go back to the original chair, and you can see the slats need to be placed in the equidistant from the back legs in the center here. I'll just click back here onto my chair. Now we can easily do this by clicking your line command here. Make sure you're in the center again. Left click here and left click there. Now we know that the slats are 40mm wide and there's a 50mm gap between them. So if we do offset 90mm, enter, and just offset this line both ways, to the right and to the left, left click and then right click, enter, we now have those equidistant spaces for our chair. We need to come down to this slat here. Now you'd say that's a bit big for 40mm. Well, it is. It is actually 4 times bigger than what it should be. I'll just give you a measurement of that. From, it should be about 160 from there to there. So it's 160. So we know that that's 4 times the size. I want to copy that slat into those 3 positions I've just drawn with those single lines. So if I go copy command, left click, and then just grab the slat itself, left click, then right click, and then specify a point, could be anywhere, and just drag it over here, and left click somewhere, right click, enter. I've got 2 of them. Let's just erase one. Erase again, get rid of it all, enter. Now I want to make that smaller by 1/4. So if we go to the scale command here, click on scale, highlight the whole slat, then right click, and then just give it a base point, could be anywhere you like, left click. Now 1/4 of the 160 is 0.25, isn't it? So if we click in 0.25, enter, that slat now should be 40mm across. Let's just test it to see. So we zoom in here, left click on that end, left click on that end, we're 40mm. Now it's a bit hard to move that slat from the center, so we need to do something a little bit tricky with this one. If we draw a line from the center of this position here, we've got to find the center point somewhere. It's very difficult to find on this. There it is. Left click there and come down perpendicular from that line, or center of that line. Left click, right click, enter. Now let's do that again, but from the center of the line we've just drawn. So let's go right click, repeat line, zoom right into it so we can find that center point. There it is. Don't get confused with the cross there, which is the intersection. We want the center. Left click there. Now my line is following my mouse, so I need to press F8 to make sure it goes straight. And I'll left click out here somewhere and then right click, enter. I need to get rid of this line going up and down here, so I just go erase and click on that line, left click, right click, enter. Now there's our slat. But this line here won't move because won't be in our copy command. If I go to copy, left click, grab hold of the whole slat, left click, and you can see that this line hasn't been picked up. And then I go right click, it asks me for a base point. Let's zoom right in, roll your wheel and pan till we get to that point there, left click. Now just press F8 again so we can move it around, zoom right out, and let's pan till we get to that seat over here, pan into here. Now watch this, if we just come here, you can see that goes to the centre of that line, come across here, it goes to the centre of that line, and that goes to the centre of that line, the dead centre. But we haven't taken that big line across that we originally put in there. Let's just erase those lines, that one, centre one and the right hand line. Just let's zoom out a bit and get rid of this whole thing here, put a box around it, and there we are, there's your slats, 3 of them in the centre of that back rail.